Take your money. And just like that, it's Friday. Oh, thank God. We've made it through another week. Hello, I'm Russ Kane. He is the incomparable Mr. Phil Dave.
Hello.
We decided.
Sorry, I was just
I always get it wrong.
It's a mirror image.
Mirror image, got the whole thing. Yeah. We're wearing suits for very different reasons. But I think we could just pretend it's the new dress code.
Absolutely. We look like we're about to present the news at 10 or something like that.
Yeah. I wonder how Neil Long's going to react to that. I mean, I don't think.
Wonder how what? Sorry,
Neil Long's going to react.
Oh, Neil Long. I strongly suspect he'll probably just rock up in a t-shirt regardless.
Well, he does. I just wish.
But I have to say, I sort of admire that because it just means that he's a lot more happier and he's a lot happier with life. It's not dreadful English. A lot happier with life, I think. Dinner date from Monday. Hi, Francois.
What's that? What did you say? What did you say?
My dinner date from Monday.
You backstabbing bastard.
Hey, you didn't ask me. Francoise did. What can I say?
She likes you. You're young.
Never done
You're
anything.
Virile. You're young and thrusting with life ahead of you.
Really? Doesn't feel like
it.
Probably. Fairly sure. If the world carries on the rate it's going, none of us have got life in front of us.
We'll be all right. We'll be fine.
We'll muddle through regardless and see what happens.
All we don't want to do is buy a foreign car in America at the moment. How's that going to work out?
Well, I didn't think there were that many American cars. I mean, Chrysler and Ford must be delighted.
What, Chrysler, Ford? You got General Motors. Yeah, well, you got to go through all the brands. You got Ford, General Motors. They make everything. They're thrilled. I kind of get it. I mean, I get it. It's like, what are you doing? Are you writing a book there? What are you doing?
No, sorry, I just had to respond to important business, but I'm done. Sorry.
Well, it's nice to know where I stand. Anyway, so
you're sitting, so there's the problem.
Yeah, if your Rolls Royce, I've been thinking about it. Why? I drive a 9-year-old car, which I've had since new, but I'm never changing it. I think it'll outlive me. If you're going to buy a Rolls Royce, Ferrari, that end, Koenigsegg or something like, no, you're back. She's back. Shirley Voice, formerly from Houston, Texas, then from Guildford and Surrey. Then she went down to Auckland and New Zealand, and now she's back in Guildford. That
was like around the world in 80 seconds.
It was round the world, round the bend. You know what? She was watching the show from New Zealand. That's the furthest anyone's watched the show from. It was fantastic. Until Elon gets on Mars, and then we'll be fine. What a lovely trip. It looked like you were having a fantastic time, Julie. Welcome back to Britain, what's left of it. Did you see
way to Mars planet?
What was that? What was that horror?
It's Elon Way.
Elon Way to. Oh, on the X.
Can't help it. Sometimes there are things that just pop into my head.
They just pop in the head. On X, I sometimes see these things from Elon Musk. It says, "What shall I name the first city on Mars?" And I always write back, Croydon. Just, can you imagine? You get to Mars, you're all excited. Where are we going? Croydon. Jesus. Anyway, as I was saying, so Trump has put 25% tariff on all foreign-made cars, right, imported into the US. If you're going to buy a Rolls Royce, it's probably irrelevant. If you're going to buy a Maybach, if you're going to buy top-of-range Ferrari, Koenigsegg, something very exotic. But if you're going to just get a BMW or run-of-the-mill Mercedes, boom, that's going to price it out the market completely. I get why he's done it. American jobs for American people, for the American economy. I get it. Brutal, though.
No,
you're not interested. Okay, next topic then.
No, I do. I get it completely.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with American cars. If you're in America, they're fine because you don't have bends. It's fine. You bring them to Europe, go to the first bend, just practically straight off the road. They're not good over here. They're fine in America. You got the space for them. Now, I saw today And I got interesting reactions on Facebook with this morning. Like I haven't had quite enough to do today. By the way, if my phone goes, I will have to dive and take it because, like you, I have people that I just have to talk to. Have to.
Well, look, I've always said Midday Show is very much about a nice little gathering of people who are regular friends and family or what have you, and we're casual. You know, we do. It's not like we are broadcasting.
Like we're wearing a suit. We're so casual. We're wearing suits.
Well, this is casual for me, actually. This is
for you. For you, it is very casual. For me, like this is my uniform.
This is the first thing I threw on today.
But those are your pajamas.
Yeah, this is sleep suit.
That is. Oh, I can't wait to get in and get into something comfy. That's what he changes into.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what he changes into. Thank you, Kimmy. Well, I'm straight off after the show to conduct my third funeral of the week. Yep, third one. It's interesting. They've been very touching this week. Very touching and very, very nice families this week. They've been absolutely lovely to deal with from the beginning and beautiful through. So I got my first thank you card.
That's nice.
That was very nice. The funeral director yesterday said, "Oh, Russ, we've got a card for you from a client," and it was really sweet. I was very nice of somebody to do that. I was very thoughtful of them. I was very touched, to be honest with you. Now, I see that W.H. Smith.
Oh, don't get me started.
Well, no, I'm interested. What did you think?
I think it's outrageous.
How did
they insane? So it's not even like the stop. It's not even like the shop is closing. It's just the new owners want to rebrand. Why?
Yeah, it's a stupid thing to do.
That makes no sense. So the amount of money that they're going to spend on rebranding it, it's going to probably mean that it's in even more of a perilous position than it's already in because no one bothers with newspapers anymore.
Is it perilous or parlous? Let me just answer this. I want to get back to it because you're making excellent points. First time for everything. Wah, wah. I haven't done the wedding yet. I've got a few weddings coming up this year. I haven't done it yet. It's coming up. I'm looking forward to. I've got 2 big weddings coming up, and they're both very different, and both going to be absolutely smashing. Possibly 3 weddings. Waiting to hear back from somebody. You're right. If you're going to take a name that's been on the high street since the 1800s or 1700s, it's like forever.
It's literally about over 100 years. It's been there. It's
well over that because that would be 1925. No, it goes way beyond that.
Probably 150 years or something ridiculous.
Hang on, should we find out?
Let's find out together.
Well, you do it. You'll be quicker than me.
Hey Siri,
when
was W.H. Smith founded?
Oh, look at him go. God, look at him.
It started in 1792.
1792?
1792, W.H.
It's almost 6 o'clock.
That's insane.
1792.
Wow.
Yeah, so you've got a brand that's been there since 1797.
Well, now it says here 1782. But anyway, whatever it
is. Does it really matter? It's like
whatever it is, it's hundreds of years.
Since the late 1700s. And then they go and buy it for, £8 gazillion. And they go, I've got an idea. Let's change the name so no one knows what the bloody hell it is. It's ridiculous. It's like buying Rolls Royce. Let's change it to Hyundai. You don't do that. Hyundai. Hey. It's just a silly thing to do. Right. Did you go?
Oh, and it's Hyundai, by the way.
Oh, it's Hyundai. Well, here's the thing. This is Mark's. Hello, Mark. The question is, did you go to Howard Hughes' funeral? It's very sad regarding his passing. Well, we all wanted to go. Tarrant and I and all the gang, Pat Sharp, everybody, we all talked about we obviously want to go to Howard's funeral.
And not to mention me and all of us who were with him here.
And of course, Phil, and I was thinking of the capital side. Phil was thinking of Talk side. And he was buried out in South Africa. So none of us had the opportunity to go. It was extremely sad, very surprising, very, very shocking. But none of us could go because the funeral was gone and finished. And whatever happened to Howard, I believe it was a cremation. I'm not sure. I think it was a cremation. And he's out in South Africa. So we couldn't go at all, which is a darn shame. We really should. It's not my place.
I know what you're going to say, but I agree. We need to do some sort of memorial.
We do. We absolutely.
You know what? Even if it's memorial drinks, even if it's just a chance for all of his colleagues and friends over here to just gather and just raise a glass to him. Let's just at least do that.
Well, we should do something. It felt really bad when we had the Christmas lunch when Terence and I we would gather at Christmas, the old crew, and Chris treats us to fabulous lunch. It's always great fun, and we were terribly. I mean, we drank a toast to Howard, and I don't know about you, Phil. I feel it's unfinished business, or is that stupid?
No, it's not stupid at all. It's just it sounds very textbook psychology, but at the same time, I don't think anyone should underestimate the importance of being able to say goodbye to someone.
That's right. I think it's it was horrible news, and by the way, Mark Simons, it was Phil who broke the news to me, and I know he did it with. You hope you don't mind me saying this.
That.
You did it with great trepidation because.
Trepidation. I didn't know what. I had no idea what to say. In all the years I've known you, I've never been backwards in going forward.
Why were you?
Because I curious. I knew that you'd be upset by it, and I didn't want to do anything that was going to upset you. But I just had to make sure you were told the news.
That's so interesting psychologically because you're giving me information I need to know. It's not like you're upsetting me.
I know, but it's words that I use would depend, would basically, for all intents and purposes, ruin your day.
It was a hell of a shock. I greatly admire. I know Phil was a huge fan, and I was a huge fan. I greatly admired him. I thought he was a fantastic fellow.
I mean, I'm not going to pretend to have known Howard as well as obviously you knew him, but I certainly worked with him on a couple of occasions. He was nothing short of utterly charming, and sadly, can't say that about a lot of people in this industry.
Say that again, boy. He was a very, very nice man, incredibly private, deeply, deeply private. And it's interesting. You said I didn't know him. None of us knew him.
I know, but what I mean is that you worked a lot more closely with him.
We did. We worked every day for years on end, but we didn't. He was one of those guys. There was work and his private life and his personal life and everything was completely that. You wouldn't socialize. Never socialized with us at all, ever.
He did the Christmas lunch, didn't he?
Really? Never.
Wow.
Never. It was very nice. Chris would always invite him, of course, and Howard. There was no falling out. He was just a very private person who never socialized, and that's fine. Oh yeah. This is Phil's department far more than me. His podcast was brilliant. Should all do memorials. Well,
so actually, on that note,
it's not our call, Mark. It's really.
Well, can I just actually on that? I want to. I mean, I don't mind saying this. As soon as I heard the news, pretty much started immediately looking into putting one together for him. And the upshot is that because there are still, let's put it this way, some unanswered questions, and that's as much as I'll say. It is felt that until we get to those answers, it's probably a little inappropriate to do anything until his family have had the chance to grieve properly and actually can give the thumbs up, thumbs down that they want us to do something like that. So make no mistake, there is 100% the intention to do it. It's just I can't tell you yet when that will be. So.
And with these things, wearing my other hat, not my radio hat. Oh no. Everything was going well until this Lloyd beanie. Just tune in, but I'm not wearing a tie. Well, Lloyd, get a tie. I'm just going to put one on over my.
I think you should. Tie shirt.
Oh, the tales we could tell. Me and Beanie. Oh, dear God.
I don't think I can imagine.
What?
Oh, I don't know.
What,
I feel like I don't feel like I can imagine Beanie wearing a tie.
Yeah, he wears ties.
No, I think you're more chilled out about life.
We've known each other since the early 70s. So early 70s.
Early 70s. My God, that makes you sound so old.
I am that old. I hate it. I bloody hate it. Hey, this really annoyed me this week. I went back to the doctors. Not a joke. I went back to the doctors again for yet more stuff. Doesn't matter what. Practically living there.
You said, doctor, I feel like a dog. You said, get on the couch. I'm not allowed on the couch.
Hey, hello, Philip. I hope you're having a good lunchtime. Little break. Who's flying the plane? Right. Yes. I want to die quietly, like my father in his seat, not like his passengers screaming. Anyway, so that's my favorite. What was I saying? Oh yeah. I went to the doctors this week. Yeah, I'm practically like again, right? Lovely practice. They're brilliant. They're absolutely brilliant. And they said, well, we'll just measure you. How tall are you? So I said 6 feet. I've been 6 foot forever, right? Stand against the wall. You're not 6 foot. I said, I am 6 foot. No, there must be a mistake. I'm thinking it can't be a technical thing. It's a bloody wooden thing. You know, they slide up and put the horizontal bit on the top of your bonce, right? You're not 6 foot. I've been starting to shrink. Come on.
Oh, for goodness.
I got so upset. I thought, you know, when you're 85, 90, maybe you start to shrink. No, I was really, really upset. It's horrible.
Well, I can't say I blame you, but think of yourself. It could always be worse because yours truly is around 5'8". So I would suggest that at least you've still got a fair whack on me. So
I'll be walking around like the bloody Crankies soon.
Just don't you dare start saying Van Dabby Dozy.
Van Dabby Dozy. Yeah, I mean, yes, no, that's almost a good gag. It should be The Invisible Man. I've been looking everywhere for him. That film is really creepy. You ever watch? Oh, you're too young. Beanie and I love all
That's
those
ridiculous. You can't say I wasn't around when The Sound of
Music
was
when Henry VIII was
there.
born. I wasn't there when Henry VIII was born, and I knew about him. Come on.
No, I was just going to say, excuse me.
Excuse me, what?
I was going to say that I wasn't there when The Sound of Music was released, but I've still seen it.
Yeah. Anyway, we like Beanie and I love these old black and whites, and there's one called The Incredible Shrinking Man.
Oh, I've not seen that one.
Yeah. And anyway, gets some drug. Something happens to him, and he starts to get smaller. And it's not a horror film, but it's really tugs at your emotion. Eventually, he goes subatomic, and and it's a very moving film. It's strange. François Pascal, a shrine.
Yes, but it's done with all black and white effects, so it's not really that convincing, though, is it?
Oh God, yes. Oh, you see, Philip knows it. The battle with the spider. It's so scary. It's so really scary stuff. It gets smaller. It's horrible. I mean, it's very clever and freaky. Anyway, as I was saying, at Shark at 60, I used to be 5'5", and now I'm 5'4". You know what, Francois? You would have been great in the part, and it was given to Elizabeth Bourgoin. But you would have been great as Catherine. I'm being serious, not one of my jokes.
Oh,
Death in Paradise. Death in Paradise. If they hadn't given the part to the fabulous Catherine Bourgoin, who's so charming to me on X, I can't believe she always replies to me. She does every day.
Catherine?
Yeah.
Oh.
Her name's Catherine Elizabeth Bourgoin.
I was going to say, I thought it was Elizabeth.
Yeah. It's Elizabeth Bourgoin who plays the part of Catherine, the mayor, runs the bar in summer.
That's the one.
Anyway, but Francois would have been great in that.
What
do you think?
Absolutely.
Fab.
Just right. I could well and truly see Francois running a bar in the middle of paradise.
Yeah.
How fun would that be? I'd come over and visit.
It. No, you weren't.
What?
I was
too old. No.
Too old. But
it's not nonsense.
Part of Catherine is mature. I don't mean old. Mature. I think you're doing great.
What do we think is going to happen? Do you think Don Warrington is leaving?
Oh, I don't know. Do you know what? And all the
it's
things
really
that's going
unnerving. I hope he does.
It is. Do you know what? I'm with you on this because everything that's going on in my life, and none of it is particularly. It's not all great, but some of it's all right. And I'm thinking, oh, Selwyn, don't go. Commissioner Patterson, we need you to stay. What's the matter with
I know,
me?
it's terrible. I don't want him to leave.
Pathetic.
He's such a great character, especially if they're going to replace him with the bore who was in last week.
Oh, God.
Did you see that?
No, he was a pain in the ass. The guy with the he had a Camaro, drove the new
Oh,
Camaro.
gracious me. I hope not. He was bloody awful.
Yeah, he was terrible. Well, he was meant to be unlikable, wearing his Man from Del Monte, he say yes suit. Esther Ray, I'm going to give her a plug because she's a good chum. But if you ever see her in cabaret or something, you see it's advertised, go along.
Life is a cabaret.
It was a wonderful piece of music I played earlier.
It just wasn't
well, you say that. Oddly enough, it was very close. You have to have 3 pieces of music in a funeral. You have to have an entrance music, reflection music, and exit music. And the exit music...
The theme to countdown.
Absolute dick. No. And it's not Burn Baby, but no.
Oh, my God. Russell, I wasn't going to go there. How could you?
No, we do go there because even there was a lovely line in the funeral that the family, obviously I discussed it all, and the lady who had been charming, evidently I never met her, she was a huge jazz aficionado, a great jazz aficionado. And she said, you know what, I love that tune. And I wanted at my funeral, Smoke Gets in Your Eyes. And her friend who was there,
my God.
and her friend said, Liz, I think it's a bit inappropriate. She said, why? She said, it's a crematorium. And everybody laughed. I mean, because she was that kind of fabulous, clearly a kind of fabulous woman. Anyway, the exit music they chose was something I'd never heard. And they wanted the Lottie Lenya, who Esther Ray will know well, and Beanie will know, and I suggest Francois will know. Lottie Lenya, the original 1930 recording of what's it called? Oh, Christ. Something song. It's an American town. Gone out of my head.
Something song, you said.
Yeah, Sonic song. Oh, Esther Ray knows the song. Lottie Lenya, Alabama song. That's it. Alabama song. Just come in my head. And it was called Lottie. Esther Ray was saying that Lottie Lenya was, but it was a fantastic choice. I mean, because you kind of hear the same tunes a lot. Can we have My Way by Sinatra? Of course you can. But it was great. 1930. That's the recording version. Lottie Lenya, Alabama song. I thought, wow. And it was
what the most popular song is in a funeral. I bet you
I can tell you. My Way.
Yeah.
Number 1, probably. Simply the Best is
it's also Tina Turner, yeah.
Tina Turner. Everybody said, oh, can we have Simply the Best? Have whatever you like. Absolutely. It's entirely your choice.
Sorry, you were saying Lottie Lenya. Sorry, I beg your pardon.
Lottie Lenya, 1930s Alabama song. Yesterday was beautiful because the exit music was one of my favorite tunes in the whole wide world for a wide variety of reasons. Bring Me Sunshine, sung by Morecambe and Wise.
Oh.
And it was just...
I like that.
Do you know what? I don't get upset. I can't get upset because it's my job not to get upset, right? What's the point? You know, I've got to be professional. But it triggered me slightly. I'll tell you why. Because it gave me beautiful memories of sitting with my late dad, laughing at Morecambe and Wise. And as soon as I heard Bring Me Sunshine sung by Eric and Ernie in the chapel, I thought of my dad, and I got a little bit not blue, but missed him a bit. Ooh, we're waiting to hear when our new jazz and blues show will be at Crazy Cox. Esther, can I just point you something?
Can we do a live show from there?
Yeah, no, because I think. Listen, Esther, can I tell you something? You won't know this. This is very embarrassing. This is very embarrassing. This is true.
I dread to think.
You will be the guest of honor. Esther, I don't want to be the guest of honor. Can I tell you why?
The Esther of honor.
Because I refer to the deceased, to the family, as the guest of honor at the service.
Oh.
So unless you want me brought in on a bloody coffin, please don't make me the guest of honor.
Yeah, don't do that.
No, it's cool. I term
I don't think I could bear the responsibility of having to do a midday show by myself on a Friday.
You can bear the weight of the coffin, never mind about anything.
Whoops.
Yeah, it's a nice way of saying, do we bring the guest of honor in first, or would you like the family? It's all of that sort of thing. So I refer to. Oh, the exits on. Oh, hang on. What have we got here from Philip? The exits on my brother's funeral last month was. Oh, yeah, we have that a lot. Eric Idle.
Always look on the bright side of life.
I wrote to Eric Idle on X and said, do you know how many times I have to play out your tune? And he replied, much to my surprise, which was very nice. Always look on the bright side of life.
Actually, that reminds me of a time when okay, so here's the thing.
Yeah.
The late, great Glenn Campbell.
Oh, marvellous. His daughter's been a guest on the show, Ashley Campbell.
Ashley Campbell, yep, absolutely. Yep. I have actually even had the pleasure of meeting her. She's with BBC. She's very nice.
What a great lady.
Glenn Campbell, the Rhinestone Cowboy, and
was that cowboy or cowboy?
No, Rhinestone Cowboy. I don't know why, but I had this stuck in my head one time years ago when he was still alive. And I just put it out on Twitter, right? I was still very new to Twitter. I didn't completely understand that when you tag someone, that it goes directly to them. So I said, oh, for goodness sake, now I've got Glenn Campbell's Rhinestone Cowboy stuck in my head all day. And to my surprise, he replied back on
Twitter.
Get out. Seriously, replied back on Twitter saying, how do you think I feel?
No way.
But I know this sounds awful. I'd totally forgotten that had happened.
Oh my God, that's fantastic.
Oh,
people are people.
Wish Me Luck as You Wave Me Goodbye by Vera Lynn.
Wish me luck as you wave me goodbye. Yeah.
On my way.
How fabulous. That's a lovely song.
I like that song.
Like, I keep thinking, what shall I have?
Wake Me Up Before You Go.
Before you go. Disco Inferno.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. So.
Body Heat. Crazy World of Arthur Brown and Fire. I don't know.
I give you fire.
I saw him on stage, the same bill as Jimi Hendrix.
Francois, my funeral song will be Tennessee Whiskey by Chris Stapleton.
Well, you're not going anywhere, Francois. It's good to plan for 50 years.
What about the communards? Don't leave me this way.
Well,
don't leave me this way.
Well, no, because that's a bit sad.
Oh, I'm fine. Excuse me. Sorry.
No, I'm just thinking. Don't leave. Oh, yeah, Beanie's got it.
Beanie hat.
Coming. Oh, that's very good. Oh, that is good. Oh. I'm coming up, so you better get this party started by Pink. That's excellent. That's really good feeling.
What about London's Burning?
London's Burning. Da, 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 da.
No, that's London's Calling by the Clash.
Yeah, that's London's Calling. What's London's Burning then?
No, London Burning is a nursery rhyme, isn't it?
Is it? I don't know. I'm so old I can't remember. Was I ever young? No. London's Burning. Oh, no, it's London's Calling. I love that tune.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I love
and it's one of those things that I think it's like a chain song, isn't it? You sort of get one person to do one verse, London's burning, fetch the engines, that kind of thing. Yeah.
What are they?
I'm sorry, I started this now. It was just
you're calling it Chantal's,
around. That was it. Yes.
Chantal's just going, shoot me now. I've had enough. It's called Around.
Chantal, help. Hello.
There she is.
It's called Around. It's called Around.
Now that's not what I know Around to be, but yes, okay, no worries.
Well, you wouldn't know. I don't want to be rude. You wouldn't know what Around is. You're always either in the toilet or it's at the time I got to go.
Stuff and nonsense. Speaking of which,
very funny. Very funny.
Gone now. Oh, he's back.
You said I have to go.
No, I don't. No, I don't. Chantal, you're looking extra smart as well.
No, I'm not. Actually, I'm in jeans and a jumper today, so I'm sort of dressed down Friday, and you boys are looking fabulous.
Well, you're very kind. You're very, very kind.
But you've forgotten the two obvious tunes, which are Knock, Knock, Knocking on Heaven's Door and Stairway to Hell.
No, is it Highway to Hell or Stairway to Heaven? You can't have them both.
Stairway to Heaven.
Oh, dear, Chantal, we know where you're headed. That's terrible.
I think the highway to hell.
Sorry, someone's
Highway
got
to
50 pence.
Philip Hart, Bob Dylan. Ain't no more. I still like my favourite. Is still Julie Voices. I'm coming up, so you better get this party started. I think that's fantastic. Lloyd's having Stairway to Hendon. He's on the phone to Robert Plant to record it now. Stairway to Heaven. There's a lady I know. She can't double park, and she's building a stairway to heaven. Right. Okay. Stairway to
Oh, God.
ridiculous. Hang
Well,
on.
actually, it
What's
could be the
going on?
chant going underground.
Oh,
very
don't.
good.
Oh,
No,
God.
Yeah. Very
Oh.
6 foot under.
Oh. Good afternoon, everyone. I apologize for my tardiness, but dog walking duties put priority. I'm on my way to. He's the busiest man in the world. He's the busiest man. What the hell's he going on? He's running the country. Please God, somebody is. Chantal, welcome.
That would be a nice
Oh,
novelty, wouldn't it?
But you can take the dogs for a walk and listen to the show.
No, he can't multitask. He's
you
not a
see?
woman. He's not a woman. He can't multitask. He doesn't know. He's Paul Claridge. It takes him 3 hours to put a hat on.
Oh, dear.
Bless him.
God.
He wears those pork pie hats, which only certain people can get away with. He looks good. Beanie.
I
looks
can't
good
get
in
away
a
with a
hat.
pork pie hat.
Beanie. I look
Not-
ridiculous.
It's not kosher.
Only you can say that. Or
I
you
look
should-
like I
can't
look
wait.
like Popeye Doyle from the French Connection in most hats. Beanie looks good in a hat. He's a hat wearer. You look great in a hat. I look like an idiot. Some people can wear hats.
hat
I don't think I'm a
astrophy.
hat guy.
No, Phil's
not really
good
a
in
hat. Phil looks great in a hat. He looks absolutely marvelous in a hat. Anywho,
I feel like it's
right.
only because people are used to seeing me in it. Like, I don't suit a bowler hat, for example. Bowler hat's too round. No, I don't. I have tried.
You
But the
have.
Oh no, I have genuinely. I love
you
bowler
look like
hats, but I
Fred the
just-
flower grader.
No, I end up looking like Mr. Ben. I didn't like it.
Mother's pride.
All right, pop quiz.
Oh,
Chantal
God.
Rickards. Street.
Yes.
Who was the voice of Fred the flower grader in the adverts?
Not a clue.
John Le Mesurier.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, I wouldn't have remembered that. I can't.
I'm obsessed.
yeah, yeah.
Being an only child, I just lived in front of the television. Shut me up, obviously. And
No, I
I'm
did
obsessed.
too, but yeah. Now that you've reminded me, I can hear it in my head,
Yeah,
as it
it's
were.
just- I
So-
love those adverts.
I regret I don't know what you two are talking about.
Well, you're a child. Of course.
Strange. Phil normally knows everything we're talking about.
Phil knows everything about everything. I've never known a
Oh.
man like it. It's ludicrous. It's ludicrous.
It's just
Right.
a walking episode of or a walking edition of the Reader's Digest, a mind of useless information.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we'll send
Have you got my dad used to get the Reader's Digest, okay?
Oh.
Which I presumably doesn't exist anymore. I guess it doesn't exist. I have no idea.
No, it's been digested.
Yay! And I always went straight to laughter is the best medicine and humor in uniform. I used to love the Reader's Digest when Pop got it. It was every month. I'd read it after Dad had finished with it. I used to enjoy it. Yeah.
sort of thing you found in waiting rooms when they had magazines in waiting rooms.
When they had doctors, you were about to say.
I bet you anything now, magazines aren't allowed in waiting rooms. There's probably something about how it's unhygienic or something like that. Bearing in mind how many years everyone had magazines in waiting rooms, there's nothing wrong with it. No problem at all. And I bet you anything now, it's a case of, oh no, we couldn't possibly do that.
Well, you can't have flowers in hospital, can you? You can't bring
No, flowers are
to anybody.
unhygienic, apparently. In case someone's allergic or something like that.
Well, it's an interesting thing because obviously in one of the jobs that I do, the settlement side, flowers play a huge role, and they're there
What role's
for
that then?
cheese roll. They're
Okay.
there for just a profit roll. They're a profit for the florist. Hey, anyway, the flowers are there for half an hour, 45 minutes. It costs hundreds and pounds, and then you
Gone.
say, what would you like done with them? Oh, just leave them. And I'm like, oh, well, fine, it's not a problem. And
You
of course,
should see,
what-
Russ has now got a garden centre at home.
I've got my own. I am B&Q. The thing, well, you know what? Yeah, why are all your flowers
Russell
say
now works.
mum? Why do all
Russ
the
works
flowers
now for the
spell out the
Stanmore
word
branch of
mum?
Interflora.
Anyway, the point I was trying to make is, it would be lovely if you could send these gorgeous flowers to, a hospital or other.
Yeah.
You can't.
Not allowed
Some
to
people,
do that.
oh, what's this? Chantal. Could you read this? My throat's beginning.
My dog Jackson is a beagle, a food hoover beagle. On walks, he requires 100% of my concentration. Otherwise, he will hoover up all sorts of nasty stuff. I tried multitasking a few times, or a few weeks ago, I should say, listening and walking, but Neil Long wasn't impressed by my haphazard
Takes
method.
a lot to impress Neil. He's hardcore, baby. Rosemary, can't the flowers go to a local nursing home? Well, again,
Here.
You're absolutely right, Rosie, but some nursing homes go, oh, that's lovely, it'll brighten the place up, and others go, no, I can't have that. You know, I mean, obviously you can't have them if they spell out a word, because that would be a bit freaky. You know, gonna miss your gran.
Yeah,
what's
good.
That? What's that in the hole? Nothing.
Yeah,
Nothing,
Mrs. Smith, we got some flowers for you. Why does it say Nan?
Why does it say R.I.P.? I'm not dead. What's the matter with you?
We thought it'd cheer you up, Mrs. Smith.
Yes, Mrs. Johnson. Got a lovely floral tribute.
Listen, we're all going to be there one day. You may jest about this.
I'm not jesting.
I'm not flipping going to be. The rate my work's going, I won't make it that far. But anyway, it doesn't matter.
Do you know? Well, you know, Chantal, I've talked to you about it, but it makes you feel bloody mortal, that's for sure. I mean, this is my third funeral this week, and it's like to officiate at, and it makes you feel very, very mortal, but it makes you realize you're helping other people. Anyway, what has come across your purview this week?
Okay, I'm going
to pay-per-view.
Yeah, pay-per-view, exactly. I was going to say I found some cheap television or free television, because there is still such a thing as free television.
Favorite price already.
Yeah, but I'm also
Stop it, Philip. At once.
No, you've got to have Netflix for this recommendation.
Yes, got Netflix. Got Netflix.
This, I think, I will be very surprised if you don't binge watch this from beginning to end.
Ooh.
Because it's right up your street, Russ Kane.
Okay.
I know you like Only Murders in the Building.
I love that.
Okay, so this, when I watched it, I thought, this is Only Murders in the Building. It's got the same comedic vibe as Only Murders in the Building, but the building in question where the murder takes place is the White House.
Yes!
I'd say you're about 3 months too late, but keep going.
Yeah. I was going to go there. You beat me to it. Go on.
Right. So it's a perfect, a sort of contained space whodunit.
Yeah, oh, good. I like
the
that.
The lead character is an American actress called Uzo Aduba, who, if you watched Orange is the New Black, you remember she's the girl with the very striking eyes, very, very prominent eyes. And I think she's called something like...
It's called Thyroid.
No. I think in Orange is the New Black, she was called something like Goggle Eyes or something. Oh. Anyway.
But that wouldn't have made her feel self-conscious.
Hey, Goggle Eyes, you're talking to me. You're talking to me.
Very striking. And this, I think, the best thing she's ever done. You are not. I'm ignoring you. I'm totally ignoring you.
Chantal's very professional. We're not. Sorry.
She is good, but
really hard.
Few people make me laugh as much as Phil.
It's usually out of nerves, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, it's out of sheer terror what he's going to do next. Anyway, right. Oh, so this goggle-eyed actress, right?
Goggle-eyed actress, who's a very, very good actress, much better than you might have assumed if you had been a watcher all those years ago of Orange is the New Black. She plays a detective who is sort of part Columbo, part savant, but she's got the most extraordinary deadpan delivery.
Right.
She's incredibly good. This is such a beautifully written part. I didn't know the writer's name, Paul Michael Davis, I think he's called. But my God, I'm going to try and find other things that he's written because it's really, really, really well done. And you just laugh all the way through it. It's completely joyful. It's absolutely, the tone is set very quickly, right up at the top of the show. And then it plays out. It's got a very interesting cameo from Kylie Minogue, because the basic story is the president...
Whatever I thought you were going to say, I wasn't expecting that.
Well, yes. Well-known White House authority, Kylie Minogue.
Yes. Well, the president is having the Australian state dinner at the White House.
Okay,
so that's the backdrop.
All right.
And all the Aussies are there sort of creating hell as Aussies normally do. And Kylie has been bribed. Nobody wanted to play in the White House. Kylie has been bribed to turn up at the very last minute to sing for everybody, but only if she can sleep in the Lincoln bedroom. Now, that's a bit of a red herring, but she keeps coming and going throughout the program. It's actually very funny. There's also a Hugh Jackman character who you never quite see the face of, but one has to assume maybe it was Hugh Jackman, but probably not. So he's also at the White House dinner. And then the chief usher, who's the guy that basically runs the White House, is found dead right at the beginning of the 8 episodes. And then everybody is a suspect, including bizarrely, the Prime Minister of Australia, who is played by the Prime Minister of Australia's real life son. Weird but true.
Wow. You can make that up.
I want it known. My head is starting to hurt with this, but I'm going to try and keep up.
Mine's going to explode.
That's all you need to know. It's a whodunit. It's the repartee is just brilliant. It's really, really witty. And I think if you like Only Murders in the Building with that same sort of, fast action plus really, really good wit coming at you, 20.
And is it a series? It's a series.
8-part series. 8 parts.
And it's all about surrounding one murder, is it?
One murder.
How many murders do you want?
Yeah.
No, because you know how sometimes like Midsummer.
No, I know sometimes it's episodic and sometimes it's serialized. It's the thing about Only Murders in the Building, which I like, is not only I love the characters, even Selena Gomez, I have to say, but though it's a stretch, but I Martin Short and Steve Martin's relation, it's just magical. But also putting that to one side, it's actually very good mystery as well. You want to know the mystery. So what is the name of this fabulous show?
It's called The Residence. The Residence.
The Residence.
The Residence. Came out this week. I mean, probably only a couple of days ago, I think it came out.
Okay.
I have watched all 8 episodes in the last 48 hours.
Hang on 2 seconds.
How do you do this? How?
I don't sleep. That's how I do it. I don't sleep. But I also have television on round the house in every room because I take my iPad from room to room to room, and there's always something on.
I don't know why. I always think of you see, slaving away at a desk or important meetings, and then I just take my iPad and watch TV the whole time. Every room I go to.
I do.
I never watch TV daytime. I can't watch TV day. Never. I never have the TV on before earliest 7 o'clock.
I can't do silence.
I love silence. I love it.
I can't do silence.
I love it.
No, I'm not.
Can I just say, speaking of, by the way, murders and Netflix, there's a brilliant series that I've watched on there. There's a 3 series of it called Catching Killers. Now, it's actually real life drama. Documentary, real life documentary of how FBI and other sorts of crime agencies catch actual killers and the outcome of those. I love anything like that. It sort of reminds me a bit of, there was a brilliant series by Discovery years ago called The FBI Files.
Oh, yes.
And unfortunately, the guy who did fronted a guy called Jim Kallstrom, who was, I think he was something really senior in the police in New York. I can't remember exactly his job title. And he's since died, but he was the one who fronted it. And brilliant series. So if you like anything like that, it's sort of like a 21st century version of that. It's a bit gritty, bit more cutting edge kind of thing. I can recommend that.
Right. And actually, I'm off to New York in the morning. So it's just made me
What?
Oh, throw that comment in there, shall we?
No, well, I haven't checked in online yet. So they might tell me.
Oh, I see. Can you hang on 2 seconds?
Are we allowed to know why you were going to the Grand Pomme?
Yes.
Apple?
Well, it's mostly pleasure. So
mostly pleasure.
Yes, mostly pleasure, with a work dinner thrown in on Monday night, and I'll be back on Tuesday.
So basically, let's cut to the chase. You're flying to New York for dinner and flying back. That's what it really is. You're so international.
No, well, actually, I'm looking forward to going. I'm slightly worried about getting through passport control and then getting out again. Anything might happen. Well, I don't know.
It's fine. This is all nonsense. It's fine.
We'll see.
You'll be absolutely fine. I don't want to brag, but you're going to New York
And where are you going?
And I tell you where I'm going, probably for my lunch today.
Oh.
I am going to the Marks and Spencers at the petrol station near Breakspear Crematorium. I will park my car in my usual little place in the forecourt of aforesaid garage, walk in, not buying any petrol, but I might buy a Marks and Spencer's sandwich.
Okay,
I know
well,
how to
that's
live.
very upmarket. And
I know how to live.
You do.
I actually put the last one back. I said, I'm not spending £5 because I'm a bit peckish. It's ridiculous. Anyway, they're very nice.
I think £5 is quite reasonable at this stage. It's ridiculous how much these things cost now. Do you know, I think the average lunch, you can't get much change from about £10 now.
I know. Well, you should make your own lunch.
I do. No, I absolutely do. You're blooming right.
Brings in his own cow.
Outrageous.
Brings his own wood. Starts a little fire at talk radio in the studio. Barbecues everything. Puts a fishing rod out from the 14th. Puts a fishing rod out from the 14th floor. That's a fresh fish from the Thames. That's what he gets. That's the whole. Right. What else? So that's
I don't think you could ever associate
that's called The
Fresh
Residence
with the Thames, but yes.
The Residence. Netflix. 8 parts. Okay. Yes. Okay. And definitely worth it. If you want something really light and really fun and actually some laugh out loud moments, but very cleverly written whodunit, I think it's a really nice piece of telly.
Now, you know everything. Phil and I were having a conversation before you graced us with your pulchritudinous presence. Death in Paradise. They are teasing us that Inspector Selwyn Patterson might be leaving the island.
Commissioner.
Yes.
Oh, Commissioner. Of course, Commissioner. So sorry. And I'm a bit worried. And Phil's a bit worried.
I don't want him to go.
We don't want him to go.
Don't worry. Don't do it.
Well, in IRL, as they say, cool kids say, in real life.
In real life. Sorry, I don't know what that was. I thought that was a television station in Italy.
I was going to say, I thought, have they rebranded ITV and I didn't
IRL. Right, okay, so
IRL, I think it's already been announced that he's leaving the series. But
no,
I would say we need to get Phil on the steam driven.
No, this worries me. He can't be.
No.
Are you sure?
This is terrible.
No, I don't know.
Oh,
this is terrible news.
I could be wrong, but I had a feeling that
this is going to be awful if this is true.
I have spoken to Phil's, governing body, and sadly, cooking where he is on a Friday these days is verboten. But he's just not cooking anymore. That's okay. It. He's moved onwards and upwards. What can we do? He's left us in his wake.
Okay.
In the turbulence of his career.
According to this article from that well-known publication, the Daily Mirror, from the 28th of March, so that is today. And the headline very clearly reads, "Is Don Warrington leaving Death in Paradise?" It says, "Future confirmed for Selwyn Patterson." Now, this article says that Don Warrington himself has not said anything about his future of the character.
Right.
But let's read on.
Well, in that case, maybe I'm imagining all of this, in which case I apologize to Don if he's staying for the next 10 years worth of Death in Paradise.
We love him.
Yes.
Inspector.
The other Death in Paradise, the one based in Cornwall or Devon, that started
Beyond
again.
Paradise.
They're starting again soon, isn't it? With Chris Marshall.
Yes, that started again this week.
That's the only. I hate to say this, sounds so rude, but the only decent characters in that show are Chris Marshall and the lady playing his mother-in-law, who I'm sure is a very famous
she's
actress.
Great. Yes. Now, what is the name? I can't remember, but she's a brilliant actress.
Who? Sorry.
Terrific. The rest of the characters are
mother-in-law.
Really thin.
Mother-in-law?
His mother. Well, he's married. Isn't he married to the girl? He lived in the house.
Sorry. You're talking about Beyond Paradise.
Yeah, Beyond Paradise. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
No, I don't know that.
It's great. It's okay.
I am aware of it.
If you think Death in Paradise is lightweight, this is like tissue paper. But it's got Chris Marshall. I just find him very watchable, entertaining, and it's all nicely done.
Yeah. No, perfect. Anyway, so I'm now going to take you to ITV, where at least when I checked this morning, ITV was still free. So that's all good news.
Oh, well, hang on. Whoa. What are we saying? Is there a hint that it might not be?
No, but I mean, I keep resisting all of these advert pop-ups that keep saying, if you want your program without adverts.
Oh, don't get that. No, it's shocking. ITVX Plus or some crap.
Yeah.
Don't get it.
Yeah, ITVX Premium
Chantal,
is
it's
terrible.
the worst platform. It is. I'm sorry, I am saying this, and I've written to ITVX about it.
No.
It's so. Oh yes, I have. It is so unstable. It's not just me. You ask anybody.
You know what it is with
I've got nothing else
ITVX,
to do, right?
regardless if it's premium or not, is that it's silly things like features that Netflix have absolutely nailed. You know, for example, if you were to leave a program, it would pick up where you left off.
Absolutely.
ITVX, it's totally hit and miss if it remembers where you've left off or not.
Really?
So it's really silly
It's
things
very
like that.
unstable. It's really unstable. You get buffering. You get all the crap. I mean, the only thing is, it's like Pipex dial-up. I mean, it's just like you expect it to go ba-dang, 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 ba-dang when you wait for the show to come up. Yeah,
But you know, the thing that sort of frustrates me is that ITV Player, which of course ITVX replaced, was actually quite good.
Yeah, it wasn't
I
bad,
don't know
was it?
why they changed it.
It's technically crap. I'm sorry. That's the only way I can say it. You compare it to BBC iPlayer or Netflix or Amazon Prime or anything. It's like out the ice, 10 years out of date. Easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But don't pay for the premiums. Absolutely.
Don't pay for the premium. No, exactly. So,
although I'm really sorry, I'm going to say one more thing.
Yeah.
That really does piss me off sometimes. 9 adverts bunched up. 9.
I'll go off and make a cuppa.
Oh, well, exactly. That's what I tend to do, is go and do something else, or do anything to do. I'm trying not to.
Oh, Kimmy.
Oh,
How
God,
could
I'm with
It's
you,
gonna be
Kimmy. I'd rather
amazing.
hammer a masonry nail into my skull than watch that.
No, it's going to be fantastic.
It's going
What's
to
wrong
be
with you?
awful. I have no interest. I'm sure it is
total delight to
delightful.
watch that. And if you think I'm still being serious after saying all of this, then you're mad. But it's right.
God,
I didn't even know it was a thing.
It apparently is.
No.
Who knows? Who cares?
I don't know.
Anyway, I'm sure they're lovely people. I just have zero interest in their lives any more than they have any
I won't
interest
be
in my life.
watching
Fair enough.
BBC's Stacey Solomon and Joe Swash. This is us.
No, thank you. This is crap.
Also
It should
known
be
in the
gone.
trade as this is rubbish.
Yeah, this is a filler. This is cheap TV. Right.
But
Okay.
Honestly, she's very watchable. If you see the makeover she does, where she sorts out people's lives and takes all their stuff out of the house, puts it in a warehouse, they have to get rid of half of it, and then they do a makeover of the house, and it all comes back. It's very watchable telly. I mean, it's not rocket science. It's not going to stretch a brain cell.
Chantal, you and I both know that most people who wind up on BBC daytime television are there because they have some sort of skill that is necessary or relevant to that particular program. So in other words, looking at something like changing rooms, you know, the designers are on there because they're interior designers. Looking at something like the repair shop, it's because they have craftsman skills that they can use to actually repair something. Stacey Solomon, with the greatest amount of respect, is a losing contestant on the X Factor. Why is she presenting that?
You have no soul, Phil. You have no soul.
Well, if that's a symbol of me having no soul, I'm proud.
She's 100% cheerful, and that's 100.
Well, that you don't like her straight away.
No, I honestly,
she's too cheerful.
She makes people
Bring
feel
back Ludovic Kennedy.
lovely. No, I'm going to defend her. She's not really my cup of tea, but actually, if what you want is somebody who's just going to go out there, do her thing, smile, be nice to everybody, and make people feel lovely, she delivers.
Here's a bit of trivia. Okay,
but I think
right.
that in that case it should be presented by someone who's a removal person or something like that. That makes more sense to me.
This is
all right. Hang on a minute. Let me pose a question to the president of the Stacey Solomon fan club, Chantal Rickards OBE. All right. Who was Stacey Solomon's phone a friend when she was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Not Russ Kane.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I'm sorry. I must take your first answer.
Russ Kane.
Yes, correct.
No.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes, it is true.
Well,
I was Stacey Solomon's phone a friend on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
You see, she doesn't know anyone.
Well, I've never met her. I've never spoken to her in my life. So God knows why I was there, but I was. It's absolutely true.
No, hang
Why?
How did she know to phone you? This sounds like a
producers.
WhatsApp
I don't know. It's set up with the producers.
I'm so sorry. My mother's gone woke. She's
look at this. Sorry to be late. It was a Pilata.
Good for you, Linda Day.
Oh, God. Just picture her going into Gales now, buying some sort of granola bar.
There we go. Do you know I send Phil's mum's little videos every day about Dachshunds?
Oh,
it's ridiculous. She likes it.
Nice.
Right. Okay. What's the next show?
No, hang on.
She's got a whole pack of sausages.
Hang on. I really need to get to the bottom of. I mean, this is like the American WhatsApp group from yesterday. How did you get on her list?
I get a call from her PR people. I'm going back years, right? This is when Tarrant was doing. I get a call. What are you doing? I was like, do you want to be Stacey Solomon? I said, or I don't know Stacey. I said, so I was up front. You know me. I said, I don't know Stacey Solomon. I've never met her. Never spoken to her in my life. You know, they said, yeah, but we want you to be her phone a friend. I said, okay, all right, I'll do it, right? So I'm her phone a friend.
For money?
No. There's no money. No money changes hands. So you wait like an idiot.
Yes.
While the show's going out, being recorded, and you wait by the phone. Now, in those days, you didn't have anybody from the production company sitting in your lounge, making your living room, making sure you don't go Google, and you could Google it up in time. So, but then they had to go on trust. So I was just sitting there. I gave them my word, and that was it.
And did she phone you?
No, thank God.
So did you just have a strange? Oh no, you didn't. You said it was before producers were in the.
No, there was no. It was before they got realized.
Well, no, because my understanding of how they did do it at one stage is they invited phone a friends actually into the studios, and they had them in little booths that they'd sit in.
Oh really?
Oh really? I didn't know that. I didn't think so. No, I was.
I think after the whole
the
scandal with what's his name.
The coughing major.
Charles Ingram,
who I met. I had a long conversation with him and his wife.
I think after that, when they really tightened the rules, my understanding is that if for phone a friend, they used to get people actually into the studio to make sure they weren't looking at the internet. They actually had to sit by a little booth in case they were needed as a phone a friend.
Well, I'm interested because you have revealed to me one of what I thought was not a television secret, because I didn't know it happened, that the phone a friend can have been, man in the street with a dog, that those people weren't necessarily a friend. And I had no idea. I thought they were actually a friend. I didn't know.
Well, most of them, they say, I'm going to phone my dad, I'm going to phone my brother, I'm going to phone my cousin. Speaking of cousins, there she is. But interestingly, no, I'd never met her. I have no relationship with Stacey Solomon at all.
I've always thought Francine Warner, of course, your lovely cousin, is a person of few words. But even by her standards,
she just wants the world to know she's there.
Quite a short message.
She wants to know that the world is there. She is there.
Right. Okay. ITV.
I'm only laughing because
Mother's telling me off now. She says, "Why was that woke about Pilates?"
Well, it's a family
woke isn't the right word, but you know what I mean. It's going all hippie. I was going to say hippie or whatever.
No, Phil. Let me be helpful.
Signaling.
Chantal, this is a 101 on how to solve a family problem. Hey, Linda, guess who's not invited to go and join your son at a very lovely dinner tonight? Oh, that'll be you. I'm sorry. I think I've solved it, Phil. I think relationships are going to be a lot better now.
Thanks.
Oh yeah.
Very bad.
Oh yeah.
I wonder how she would have described you. How long known each other?
I have no idea. I don't know her from a hole in the wall. I don't know the one. I mean, it is bizarre, isn't it?
Very
bizarre. It's utterly bizarre.
Right. Who only knows?
It is true. Completely true.
Okay, 10 minutes ago we
next show.
ITV. Do you remember ITV? We had a conversation a while ago.
About 2 years ago, we were talking about ITVX. Don't go on it. Yeah, I remember.
Right. ITV. Don't go onto ITVX. ITV, you'll find it somewhere. 6-part series called Protection. Who's ever been in witness protection?
Phil. You're still in it.
If my name really is Phil.
Israel's not Phil Day.
I think my marriage.
No one has that. Like Charlie. No one has that name.
3,000 people in this country every year are in witness protection. Did you know that?
No.
3,000?
You don't care.
2,000? I care about everything you
Sounds
say.
like a lot of
hang on every
people.
word, for God's sake.
No, but that sounds like a lot of people.
Well, that's exactly what I thought.
How many crimes are going on here?
I know.
Sorry,
well,
I can't run the risk. Sorry.
6-part series. I'm just going to persevere. Otherwise, nobody's
Keep going, for God's sake. Please keep going.
Right, 6-part series with Siobhan Finneran, who I completely adore as an actress. Northern actress, was in Happy Valley as the sister to the Sarah Lancashire character. This is her first major role at headlining.
And she was in Benidorm, and she was in Downton Abbey.
Yeah, she was in a ton of things. I think she's a really cracking actress. Anyway, she sort of runs the witness protection unit. There's a bloke who's just about to go and give some devastating evidence.
Can I just say, speaking as a bloke who's about to go, I'm about to go.
He's got
Love
to go.
you, bed.
Bye.
That was it.
I never liked him.
Gone
Right,
off
go
to
on.
witness protection. Anyway, she's there. She's there to look after people in witness protection. Bloke giving evidence gets bumped off about 5 minutes into episode.
Oh, I'm liking this. No, now you got my attention. I'm liking this.
Mum and dad, which suggests that there is a child, are both killed. Child is in the house, and then the child has to go into witness protection. It's a good 6-part procedural. Siobhan Finneran is absolutely the best thing about it. It did sort of make me think about witness protection and who all of these 3,000 people are and why we're protecting them and what from. Sort of fascinating. And this is a big crime gang and drug lords and, all that sort of normal stuff. And she's got the backstory that you think you know. I mean, we could tick these off. Backstory that she's a single woman. She's having an affair with another copper. She's got a grumpy teenage daughter, and she's got a dad with Alzheimer's. So tick, 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 tick.
Oh my God! Right.
We could write this stuff. We could.
ChatGTP wrote some of this.
But it's really watchable. It's 6 parts. It's on ITV, and it's the sort of thing that if I were going to New York tomorrow, I would be downloading.
Are you going to shove this down my throat many more times?
I might.
How are you going to crowbar this into any conversation?
I don't know. I'll see.
Why don't you do this? Here's the thing. Hey, Russ, you're dressed up very smart. Are you going to be officiating at a funeral at 2:30? Yes, I am. Oh, is it in New York? Because that's where I'm going tomorrow.
Listen, to make up for it, you can come to a movie with me tonight because I've got a spare ticket for BAFTA.
Do you know what? I actually, and I'm not joking. What's the movie? I actually have to work. I'm serious. I have to work.
No,
I'm under huge. No, I'm a rubbish friend. I'm a rubbish friend, but I'm under huge pressure with a.
It's the new Soderbergh. It's the new Soderbergh called Black Bag. It's a thriller.
Oh,
I'll have to phone my friend Phil then. Oh no, he's got something on.
Phil's going out for a very posh dinner.
Okay, all right. I'll see if I've got.
Well, thank you for the warning. Thanks for the loads of notice.
I know, but I only just remembered about it.
You're the worst. Hey, I want to go and see it for when is it? 20 minutes time.
I know, but
Where is it? Manchester.
No, it's at BAFTA. I forgot I'd got tickets. Sorry about that.
Yeah, because you. Unbelievable.
I'll try and find them.
And Kimmy ends the week with a great crag. There we go. Phone a friend.
I'm going to have to phone a friend.
You are going to have to do that. I think it's going to be a bit. I really
got...
think I have to work. Right. I'm off ski. You're off ski. Thank you, everybody.
Okay.
I'm going to literally jump in my car. So I will say, Chantal, as always, bless you for everything you do. Thank you for gracing the show with your lovely presence and an erudite view of all things screen. Thank you for joining us this week. We'll be back on Monday. And you know who's coming back? You'd be crackers to miss her. You love her. Dr. Ritz. Dr. Ritz, by popular demand, back at 12 o'clock on the Midday show. Until then, bye, everybody.
Bye.